Colleen Murphy, thanks for coming in today. And wow, you actually got a couple of swim meets in this past week. It had to feel good to actually see athletes in the pool.
It was really good to be back racing. Feels like we've been training forever and ever, but our girls have definitely stepped up their training. They're enjoying it. The pool is their one time, I think, where they feel normal, so they like to come down and swim fast. And so having a meet was kind of the icing on the cake after some really good training.
Unfortunately, with COVID, you had several athletes out. I think 9 was the total, but still performed pretty well. Didn't 1 point shy of Northern Colorado, but your take on the weekend?
You know, we have talked a lot about fortitude and grit this year with everything that's going on with COVID. And on Friday, all of a sudden, we went from 4 people out to 9 people out right before the meet. And instead of our girls kind of feeling sorry for themselves and poor us, they really stepped up to the challenge. And we had new people stepping into events. I had to ask some freshmen to swim events they don't normally do. I actually had to ask Kendra Joachim to actually do the same events 2 days in a row because I needed her there. And each and every one of them kind of stepped into that role. And they really came together as a team. And I believe they did it for the girls that weren't able to swim.
This is kind of what the Air Force Academy is about, though, like training leaders of character, right? So this COVID situation, is it really kind of giving them a real-world scenario of, hey, stuff happens and you got to deal with it, right?
Right. And I think we really saw that with our 2 seniors after saying, I have to change the lineup around, I have to change relays around. And the 2 seniors kind of took the team under their wing and said, this is just what we have to do. And I think it was really impressive that, for example, Lexi Duchesne has not swum the Turner backstroke since her freshman year. And I came up to her on Saturday morning and said, I was thinking about this last night. Didn't want to tell you last night because I didn't want you to be ruminating over it all night long. But I really need you to kind of step up and swim the Turner back with our other senior, Kylie. And, they went 1-2 in the event. And actually, Shea Bertram, they went 1-2-3 against Northern Colorado in that event. And I think that really shows, their growth over the 4 years while they're at USAFA and learning how to be a leader and stepping into, something that you haven't done in a long time, but knowing that you're needed by a team.
So this week, 2 more meets. You get Wyoming, gets swim against Wyoming on Friday and Saturday. BYU will also be there on Saturday. What are you looking for in this event?
We did get a meet against Wyoming in the fall. It was a very close meet. They stepped up really well at that meet, so we're excited to swim them again. We're going to see Wyoming a lot this year because they'll be at our conference meet as well with a Mountain West foe. We don't see BYU very much. They're coming out here. They're swimming Denver on Friday, so we'll get to scout them a little bit because that'll be their first meet of the year, and then hopefully we step up and challenge them very well on Saturday.
The pool doesn't usually have a lot of fans, but there's usually more fans than have been in there for these last two events. Has it been weird for the swimmers, or is it just normal for them down on the deck?
If it's a really close race, you do hear the crowd because it gets really loud. But otherwise, swimmers kind of tune that kind of stuff out, and they can race without fans. I think the teams really get behind each other right now. We have more cheering probably than ever just because we don't have that, that presence in the stands.
What specifically would you like your team to get better at in these next 2 events?
It's getting up and racing 2 days in a row. When we get to our conference championship, we have to race 4 days in a row. And so it's learning how to, swim fast one day, come back the next day, maybe swim the same events, swim some different events. I think our freshmen really learned that last weekend. They struggled a little bit with, I have to do it twice in a row. But then because we had so few people that were able to swim, they realized they had to step back into those positions. Someone who did a really good job on that, Madeline Latundra is, she's going best times every time she swims. And she was able to do that 2 days in a row as a freshman. She's from Colorado Springs, so she's used to racing at altitude and knew how to step into that position. And then our upperclassmen, they showed up both days. And so that's kind of what we're talking about for this weekend is how you come in, you swim your races on Friday, and then you get back up Saturday morning and you do it all over again. Because when we get to conference, it's a 9-session long meet, 1 session on the first day, and then it's doubles every day. And that's why we do doubles in the pool. That's why we train in the morning and in the afternoon, so they're ready to do that over and over again.
Colleen Murphy, thanks. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you.